Good morning or afternoon. We're out here in the garage again. Got the Baja pulled in. I am doing a little work on it. Still has that nasty miss. And so I'm gonna do some stuff on it. We'll change the gasket out, one of the exhaust gaskets out. I have to change this shock mount. It's hitting my tire. Gonna move it over. That's what I'm doing. Probably take my air cleaners off, clean them out. I have an appointment with Dan next week to put it on the dyno and get this thing dialed and see if we can't clean it up and figure out where this mist is coming from. I've pulled all the spark plugs out. They all seem to be awesome except one cylinder, cylinder 4. It's wet and black. And I know that's the one that's missing. So maybe I'm not cleaning the carburetors out wrong. Maybe the carburetors are just junk, dude, on this one side. Maybe it's crap. Maybe it's just something's, I don't know. Dan can't help me either until it's in his shop. So we're gonna throw this pig on the dyno, see what's going on. I've got the oil leaks pretty much. I've got one oil leak left. These two valve cylinders are leaking. I have new gaskets for those, and now it's just leaking between the extended sump and the engine. I know that's where it's leaking from. And if that's the only leak on this car, I'm fine with that. So still gotta do a little more cleaning up on this thing. Man, I'm at my wit's end on this miss. I'm at my wit's end. So I ohmed out the spark plug wire. Dan told me to. I think it's good. I ohmed 2 of them out, and they ohm out at the same. So it could be a freaking plug. I mean, it could be that bad plug. I need to throw another plug in it. See if that's it. I'm gonna do this exhaust gas donut right now. Put that back on. I want to work on the dune buggy a little bit. Put the gas tank in, the brakes in. I worked all day on the Baja, so on Saturday I worked all day on it. Sunday I didn't do nothing. I just cleaned up the mess out here a little bit. Stressed over why it's still missing. So frustrating. I want this car to run really, really good at the dunes. I want it to last a long time. And so, not asking much, just do what you're supposed to do, freaking engine. And I wouldn't be surprised though if it's this carburetor. It just could be a junky carb. An old 40-year-old carburetor. I mean, I've been in there cleaning it a bunch of times, so, but I have not cleaned. Now I'm running a new tank in there, so it could be clogged again. Anywho's, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get this other motor off the ground that's leaking oil all in my garage. It's been leaking oil since the day I took it out of the other sand row. We're gonna put it on the engine stand. I'm draining the oil. And last week I put in some PB blaster, some loose rust inhibitor. It's been soaking in there for a week in all 4 cylinders. So I'm gonna pull those valve covers off, see what's going. I may pull the heads off too. I am pulling the heads off. So, all right, let's go from there and see if I can't find a new exhaust gasket deal. Welcome back. Okay, I'm wrenching on the back of the Baja here. And I don't know if I mentioned before, but when I tore this head off of here, that something had gotten inside of where the piston is and was getting beat up and rattling around. I'm like, what would that be? Like, what? I found out what it is. Something missing there. This was loose, and this one was rattling out. So I pulled my idle jet back out. My idle jet was freaking totally clogged. There was oil all in this carburetor from when the oil spewed everywhere. So I'm at my wit's end on this. So I'm gonna go ahead and find another nut to put in here and fire it up and see how she runs. It may purr like a kitten, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, we're gonna tear apart this engine. This is how nasty it is. And it's locked up tight. When I bought it, it was in another sandrail. And it had intakes on it and carburetors. But there was no air filters on the carburetors, and you could tell they had covered it up with like bags, and so it's just like sun rotted stuff, leaves, everything. So this is supposed to be a 2337 big stroker motor, which is kind of excited about. Hopefully if I can get it unlocked, we'll have a sweet engine. So let me drain the oil out and let's see what the oil looks like. Oh my gosh. This might take an actual socket. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna get a socket for that.
A few moments later.
That was on there. Oh, water. Oh, that sucks. Oh my gosh. That. Oh, there's water in there. That pisses me off. Look at that goo. Yeah, it's not looking good. Definitely not looking good. That sucks. Oh, snap. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Yeah, it's got a lot of water in here. Kind of wipes off, but there's some good parts in there. Look at that. Oh, that cheddar. That's gross. Oh my gosh. What in the freak? Okay. Not looking good so far. What do we need here? 17. Spray a little juice on there. Take the rocker arm assembly off. That's all clean upable. Those are loose. Oh my gosh, there's so much junk in here. I bet these pistons are, hopefully they're not too. Water. See that water coming out of the cylinders? Crap. There we go. They're coming right off too. These washers. Oh, scrap. Oh, that one looks good though. There it is. Oh. Look at all the garbage in there. I put in a lot of goo in there. See if we could loosen it up. If there's no pitting, that was fun. Yeah. Okay, so we got to do a follow-up to the other side of this bug engine, and here's the one side with all the crud in there, and it's just crud. It's going to come right out, wipe right out. Here's this side. This side was all filled with goo. It's goo. It's gonna be able to be honed right out. I pulled it all apart because these were seized, and it has H-rods, H-beam rods in this.
Okay.
So come in close to it, so you can see. And Here's the other head that was just filled with goo too. So we'll clean all this stuff up and it's gonna be good as new. Put some reseal everything. And it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic. I gotta get new carburetors because the carburetors that were with it, I threw them away. There were Delardo 45s and they had plastic bags over them, and the plastic bags disintegrated and fell in the carburetors and just melted and rotted up. I couldn't clean the carburetors out. Couldn't get any of the jets out of the carburetors. Couldn't get anything out. They were just corroded in there. So it sucks. There's $800 or whatever. So I still have the intakes, but I'm gonna get some newer carbs. If I find maybe a used set, I don't know, whatever I can find that are big enough to push this baby. So on to this Baja. This one's even cooler. It's a beam car. I mean, that thing just looks so mean. So vacuum painting needs work. We might have to just get rid of this whole setup here. It's very hard to turn. It's all just rusted in. So this has a fiberglass one-piece front end, so we'll put that back on it. And this is going to be our next car. We're going to sand this down. We're going to paint this thing. We're going to do all kinds of cool stuff.